From the early 11th century, India entered a new phase, marked by repeated invasions from beyond the Hindu Kush mountains, mainly by Central Asian Turkic and Afghan rulers. These invasions, unlike earlier conflicts, were more intense and aimed at gaining wealth, territory, and sometimes spreading their own religion through force. Rise and fall of the Delhi Sultanate. The Delhi Sultanate was established after the defeat of King Prithviraj Chauhan in 1192 and comprised 5 successive Turkic-Afghan dynasties: the Mamluks, Khiljis, Tughlaqs, Sayyids, and Lodis. It controlled parts of northern India, while southern and eastern kingdoms like the eastern Gangas and Hoysalas resisted its expansion. This period was full of political instability. Many sultans came to power by killing the one before them, about 2 out of 3. There were many wars to take more land, armies attacked by fighting of villages and cities, and destroyed temples. The average reign of a sultan was about 9 years. Alauddin Khilji expanded the sultanate, resisted Mongol invasions, and with the help of his general Malik Kafur, conquered southern kingdoms and attacked Hindu centers like Srirangam, Madurai, and Chidambaram. Later, Muhammad bin Tughlaq united much of the subcontinent for the first time since the Mauryan Empire, but faced challenges due to poorly executed plans, such as shifting the capital to Daulatabad and introducing token currency, which led to economic decline. The Sultanate saw iconoclasm, with attacks on Hindu, Jain, and Buddhist sacred images, motivated by plunder and religious motives. The jizya tax was imposed on non-Muslims, creating economic and social pressures, sometimes encouraging conversion to Islam. The Sultanate weakened after Timur's devastating invasion of Delhi in 1398, which left the city in ruins. Declaring war on infidels and seeking their wealth, Timur caused mass destruction. The Lodis, the last dynasty, ruled over a diminished territory amidst growing resistance from regional kingdoms. Under Narasimhadeva I in the mid-13th century, the Eastern Ganga Kingdom in Kalinga, modern-day Odisha, parts of Bengal and Andhra Pradesh, repelled Delhi Sultanate invasions and built the Surya Temple at Konark to commemorate its victories. Around 1330 to 1336, Telugu chieftains led by the Musunuri Nayakas united more than 75 to defeat the Delhi Sultan's forces and expel Muhammad bin Tughlaq's army from Warangal, highlighting strong local opposition. The Hoysalas of southern India, present-day Karnataka, resisted Sultanate attacks, but were weakened by internal conflicts and became part of the Vijayanagara Empire by the mid-14th century. Their temples, like those at Belur and Halebadu, reflect their cultural achievements. The Bahmani Sultanate and others in Gujarat and Bengal emerged as independent powers in the mid-14th century, weakening the Delhi Sultanates through alliances and frequent wars. In the 15th century, Rana Kumbha, ruler of Mewar, resisted the Sultanate and later regional sultanates, successfully defending his kingdom against their attacks. Kumbhalgarh Fort, built by Rana Kumbha in the 15th century in the Aravalli hills of Rajasthan, was a strong fortress famous for its 36 km wall control, one of the longest continuous walls in the world. Vijayanagara Empire, established in the 14th century by Harihara and Bukka, former governors under Muhammad bin Tughlaq. The Vijayanagara Empire became a major southern power after rejecting Delhi's authority. To the north, the Bahmani Sultanate later split into 5 states called the Deccan Sultanates: Bijapur, Golconda, Berar, Ahmednagar, and Bidar, each ruled by former governors or tarafdars, and became a key rival, with the Vijayanagara rulers often battling Bijapur, Golconda, and the Gajapati rulers of Odisha. Krishnadevaraya. After he passed away in 1529, the empire started to lose power. In 1565, several Deccan sultanates joined forces and defeated Vijayanagara's army, led by Ramaraya, Krishnadevaraya's son-in-law, at Battle of Talikota. The capital city was attacked and ruined, many people were killed, and the empire broke apart into smaller regions controlled by local governors, known as Nayakas. The Mughals. Babur, 1483–1530. A Turkic-Mongol descendant of Timur, defeated Ibrahim Lodi at the First Battle of Panipat in 1526, using gunpowder, artillery, and matchlock guns. This victory ended the Delhi Sultanate and began the Mughal Empire under Babur's rule. Babur's Baburnama reveals him as a cultured yet ruthless conqueror, who, despite his nostalgia, old memories for Central Asia, chose to build his empire in India, drawn by its wealth and resources. Humayun, 1508–1556. A Mughal emperor, son of Babur, struggled to hold the empire after Babur's death in 1530, losing ground to Sher Shah Suri, who established the short-lived Sur Empire with lasting reforms. Later, Himu, a military commander and wazir under the Suris, briefly ruled Delhi under the royal name of Hemchandra Vikramaditya, before being defeated and beheaded by Akbar at the Second Battle of Panipat in 1556, after which Akbar reclaimed Delhi for Akbar, 1542–1605. Akbar, crowned emperor at 13, expanded the Mughal Empire through both brutal conquests, such as the Siege of Chittor, and strategic diplomacy. Over his 50-year reign, he stabilized the empire by abolishing jizya, promoting Sulh Kul, peace with all, appointing Hindu officials encouraging interfaith dialogue, forming marriage alliances with Rajputs, and showing D's interest in Indian texts, which he had translated into Persian. Jahangir, 1569–1627, Akbar's son, inherited his father's passion for art and architecture, and continued expanding the empire, especially towards the Deccan. His rule supported the cultural growth of the Mughal Empire, and set the stage for the grand architectural legacy of his son, Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan, 1592–1666. The builder of the Taj Mahal, ruled during a golden age of Indian art, architecture, music and painting. He was imprisoned by his own son, Aurangzeb, in the Agra fort. Aurangzeb, 1618–1707. Aurangzeb, ruling from 1658, expanded the empire to its greatest extent but faced rebellions. His reimposition of jizya and bans on un-Islamic practices like music, temple destructions, alienated non-Muslims. His prolonged Deccan campaigns drained resources, and religious intolerance and weakened administration, contributing to the empire's decline after his death in 1707. To the Mughals, Jat peasants in the 17th century killed oppressive Mughal officers, but were suppressed. Tribal groups like the Pils, Gonds and Santhals resisted annexation, with some maintaining independence in remote or forested regions. Rani Dukhavati was a brave queen of the Gaha kingdom, one of the Gond kingdoms in central India. She ruled well and made her kingdom strong. She had an army of 20,000 soldiers and 1,000 elephants. When an enemy sent by Akbar attacked, she fought hard. After getting hurt, she chose to end her life so she would not be caught. Surge of the Rajputs, including Rana Sanga and Maharana Pratap, resisted Mughal dominance. At the Battle of Haldigati in 1576, Maharana Pratap, supported by Bhil warriors, fought bravely, but turned to guerrilla warfare after his defeat. Mewar and Marwar, under leaders like Durga Das Rathore, remained defiant, and Mughal authority in Rajasthan stayed limited. The Ahom kingdom in Assam, using the Paik system, resisted Mughal expansion. The Paik system made all healthy men work or fight for the state in return for land. This kept the kingdom strong without a full-time army. In the Battle of Saragat, 1671, Lachit Borphukan's forces, around 10,000 men, using 30,000 soldiers, and preserved Ahom independence. The rise of the Sikhs is Sikhism, founded by Guru Nanak, turned martial under Guru Hargobind after Guru Arjan's execution by Jahangir. Guru Tegh Bahadur's martyrdom in 1675 led to Guru Gobind Singh to establish the Khalsa in 1699, which clashed with Mughal forces. Maharaja Ranjit Singh later unified Sikh confederacies into a strong Sikh empire, which resisted both Mughal remnants and British expansion by the 19th century. Administering India administration under the Delhi Sultanate. The Sultan held absolute authority as political and military head, supported by a council of ministers. The Iqta system assigned territories to nobles, Iqtidars, for tax collection, primarily to fund the military. Heavy taxes burdened peasants, with reports of cruelty in revenue extraction. The Mughal administrative framework Akbar reorganized administration with ministers like the Diwan, finances, Mir Bakhshi, military, Khani Saman, public works, trade, agriculture and the royal household, and Sada, justice, religion and education, managing 12 provinces, Subhas. The Mansabdari system, described by Abul Fazal, Mughal scholar, in the Aini Akbari, required officers to maintain troops and animals, with regular inspections. They were paid through jagirs. Non-Muslims were underrepresented in higher posts, with foreign origin Muslims often preferred. Tadar Mal, Akbar's finance minister, improved revenue by surveying crop yields and prices. He also carried out a land survey across the empire, which increased tax collection and strengthened the government. People's lives. Despite political instability, India remained economically vibrant due to agriculture, artisanal industries, temple-based economies, and trade networks. Decentralized systems like shrenis and jatis organized artisanal and commercial activity. Agriculture was the backbone of the economy, with rulers extracting high land revenue, often up to one-half of produce. Expanded irrigation systems like the Persian wheel boosted productivity. The Mughal period saw expanded development of roads, bridges, and canals. The Mughals used silver rupiah and copper dam as coins. India exported textiles, spices, and crafts through ports like Calicut and Surat, importing luxury goods like silk, horses, and metals. Craft people made weapons, utensils, jewelry, and ships for trade. The hundi system enabled safe money transfers across regions without carrying cash. Merchant communities like Marwaris worked under various rulers and created their own trusted systems for lending and borrowing money. Temples gave money to merchants and helped them with trade, which also made them places for worship, learning, and meeting people, acting as social hubs. Temples built tanks and rest houses and helped trade on land and by sea. Heavy taxation left peasants with little produce, leading to land loss and bonded labor. Frequent warfare caused forced displacement of populations, and wealth was concentrated among elites. Despite hardships, communities of different faiths coexisted peacefully, adapting and contributing to a shared heritage.